Hi guys, Donna here with your weekly mini reading for April 14th to the 20th, 2025. I started listening back to my other video and I said April 14th to April 20th, 2024. I even wrote it on my piece of paper. I don't know what's happening. Wah! Timeline shift, apparently. Okay, well, I hope you had a great week this last week. We did have a full moon in Libra. Mercury finished its retrograde. We are going to have some solar activity coming towards us. So just know if you're feeling tired or exhausted, that's probably why. As a reminder, we had Music, Intention, and Guardian Angel from the Healing with the Angel cards by Doreen Virtue. We had Open Up to Your Spiritual Gifts from the Radley Valentine Sword of Light deck by St. Michael. And we had Attracting, Not Chasing from the Abundance deck. Our affirmation was, I have faith in who I am becoming. So I hope you were able to work with those energies, that you were able to get in touch with your guardian angel, that you were able to set your intentions, that you listened to some music, that you had a really good week, that you weren't chasing, you were just attracting all the good that's coming to you. Since I had already recorded one video, the cards are already selected for this particular one. And let me see here. So I called in St. Michael, Raphael, Uriel, and Gabriel, and I shuffled the cards as I always do. And what came out of the first deck was Celebration, Nature, Forgiveness, and Study. Okay? I love that rainbow energy of this. So the first one is celebration. And so this is Easter week, right? We're heading into Easter because next Sunday is going to be Easter. This had been Palm Sunday. So, and it was Passover in the Jewish tradition. So, happy Passover to my Jewish friends and happy Palm Sunday to my Christian friends. And just know that, as we go down this week, it can be a week of contemplation, because in the Christian tradition, the Good Friday is coming. So that's always kind of a sad time, because it's we go through the story of Jesus and him carrying the cross, and him being placed on the cross. But what I take from Good Friday is he comes down to take out all that negativity that we have. In the story of Good Friday, it's really about Jesus going down into hell to get out the prophets of old and help them, release them so that their souls can rise up and go to heaven. For me, it represents, me personally, Easter always represents a time where I feel like Jesus, the consciousness comes down, but Jesus comes down and he gets and gathers all our negativity, all the stuff that's been happening, all the angst, and because sometimes we feel like we're living in hell ourselves because of what's happening in the world or what's happening in our world around us. And he takes that, and on Easter morning, he rises up, and we rise up with him. He allows us to, what's the word I'm searching for here? He allows us to give to him all of our burdens. He takes it from us so that we feel lighter and we feel loved, not only by him, but by God and by others, that unconditional love and light that comes through. And so on Easter morning, the Lord has risen. Indeed, he has risen, and we have risen with him if we allow ourselves to. So a week of celebration. It's a week of celebration, with the kids, because Easter's coming, and the Easter bunny and all the things that go with that, the rabbits the Easter egg hunts, and just really enjoying and embracing all kinds of different kinds of celebration, whatever that is for you. Maybe you're going to have a party. Next, we have nature, spending time in nature, allowing ourselves to really connect deeply with ourselves so that we can find that we do have something to celebrate. We're here, we're healthy, we're able to, exist at a time when not many people are having a good experience, let's say. But if we're able to get in touch with ourselves inside the nature, and we can pray for them, and we can maybe shed a little bit of light on that darkness, we're able to connect. And in nature, we're able to deeply connect to ourself as well as to the trees, to the grass. We can ground ourselves. We can get in touch with Mother Earth, whatever that is. But spending time in nature this week is going to be important too, because the next card is forgiveness. And when we have the forgiveness card come up, it's usually about forgiveness of self, right? Where do you need to forgive yourself or others? Maybe you trusted somebody. Maybe you're beating yourself up because you thought, oh, I thought I could trust that person and I didn't, and what's wrong with me? But instead, just allow yourself to forgive yourself. Let yourself off the hook. This is the yellow and green, which represents our sense of will and our heart. It's about compassion, having compassion for ourselves and for others, but especially for ourselves, and really deeply feeling this week. Allowing yourself, maybe that's what you hand over to Jesus to take from you. All of that angst around the non-forgiveness of self, so that on Easter morning, when you arise, you can rise up into your new and improved self, one that isn't going to be quite so hard on yourself. And then finally, we have the steady card, which always has the rainbow. And I love the rainbow energy because it's the color of the chakras: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, white. And it allows us to really rebalance, be able to get in touch with ourselves. The rainbow, the steady card, is about learning something new. It's about teaching. It can be you're studying for an exam maybe this week, and this is saying that's okay. Use the study angels to help you, but also be in touch with yourself. Try to balance out your chakras so that you feel that you're able to learn whatever this lesson, should it be a lesson, or teach a certain lesson to someone, and that you do it with kindness and compassion. The steady card too is very grounding in the colors. We want to ground, but it has that softness of the golden yellow. So we have to know that there's probably something we're going to learn about ourselves this week. Maybe it's not about us, maybe it's about another person, but there's some kind of message that's coming through. And also, I believe it's potentially there's some severe weather this week, at the end of the week. So if you're involved in that, please be careful and know that there will be a rainbow on the other side. Speaking of that, it reminds me of the earthquake that happened today in north of San Diego. If you were in that area, I hope you're all okay. We're sending light and love and prayers and angels there. It can be very scary right now with all the different kinds of weather that we're having. So remember to really embrace that rainbow energy. Next, from the Sword of Light deck, we had It's Time to Play. So pick some time this week to play, maybe over the weekend too, especially going into Easter. Maybe you have grandkids or you have children, and you can have Easter egg hunts and really get in touch with that little inner Easter bunny of yourself, and make the baskets up and be able to really embrace what Easter means to you, and allowing ourselves time to play gets us out of our own head and lightens the load, gives us more to celebrate. And then in the Angels of Abundance, we again had attracting, not chasing. So we're still working in that energy of allowing things to find us. We set an intention last week. And so now this week, it's all about continuing that theme of attracting, not chasing. If there's something that you want, you know that you're going to attract it to you, and that you don't have to chase after it, because when you chase after it, they run away. It runs away. So we want it to come to us, and we want it to come to us easily and gently. Our 2 affirmations, because we ended up with 2 this week, were I am as resilient as the sun. I will always rise again, and there is no magic like mine. So, there's no magic like yours. So embrace that and see where the magic is, where you can make magic this week. And then I am as resilient as the sun. I will always rise again. Remember that we have true resilience. And when I read this at first, it was so great because it's talking about the sun, S-U-N. But given that we're going into the Easter weekend, I love to think that I'm as resilient as the sun, S-O-N, of God, and I will always rise again because I'm going to rise with him on Easter morning, right? It's going to be good. It is. I know it feels daunting, as it keeps feeling daunting to me too, but I really do have this great spark of hope inside that if we can remember that we're resilient as our sun that shines on us every day. We get up and we move through our lives, and we're taking it one day at a time. Just don't get too far ahead and don't get caught up in the past. Just kind of continue to take one step in front of the other. And then if you're feeling down, reach out. I would be happy to send you an affirmation or words of encouragement, because that's the only way we're going to get through this, is to work together. So just remember that we are attracting what we need, which usually comes when we're in a playful place, right? We're able to learn something new about ourselves. Maybe it has to do with forgiveness. And we're able to spend time in nature and celebrate just being alive today. Even though it feels hard, we're here, and we all have a reason, and we all have a purpose. So, let your light shine out there. Be that beacon of light for people, especially in the darkness, right? That's what we do. We're here to just shine a little bit of light and love, maybe a little bit of magic, sprinkling a little bit of magic all around, and see what happens. It can be magical, and it can be innocent and childlike and playful. That's the goal this week, right? To play, to find our playfulness. So I hope you like this mini reading. Have a great week. I will see you next Monday. If you would like to subscribe to my channel, please, I'd love to have you here in this community, and I appreciate all of you for listening each week. I'm a little tired tonight just because it's been a long week, and but I really try to get these out, so please forgive my appearance, but I hope to see you soon. And I also sincerely mean that if you need anything, please don't hesitate to reach out. The information will be down in the description below. Have a great week. I'll see you after Easter. And don't forget, this is Donna. You're always on my Reiki Radar.